Okay, thank you for letting me do my show for you. And,
It's our pleasure.
It's our pleasure.
and this is it. I'm older than you. I'm older than you. I'm older than you. I wish I had a bigger audience because I could keep this up all night. I'm 65. It's the only thing I can keep up all night. But there you go. I've just started my show. 30 seconds in, I've made a tasteless cock joke. Typical comedian, male comedian. But the thing about getting old is that you start forgetting things. Your memory goes just when you need it. When I was younger, my morning routine was jump out of bed, grab the underpants, Febreze them every second day. I mean, I'm not a fanatic. Jump in my clothes, run out the door. Now, I've got to find the glasses. But if they're up there, that's going to take forever. Then get the glasses on, run around the house. Where's the false teeth? False teeth are in the fridge. Why are the false teeth in the fridge? Must have been drinking last night. They're in a cup in the fridge with water. The water's frozen. Shove the false teeth in the microwave, start getting dressed. Okay, so getting dressed is not easy because you've got to go, it's like landing a spaceship. You've got the shoes over here, the legs here, it's coming up, line up, line up, that's it. Right. No, Right, okay, eventually the shoes are on, everything's ready, just about to run out the door, false teeth. Right. Open the microwave. Microwave's not on defrost, it's been on full power for 10 minutes. The water's been boiled away. There's nothing left in the glass except a gloop of plastic. That's it. So, and this is the very day I have to get a 67 bus to Shoreditch. So I run out the door, down to the bus stop, forgot the glasses, can't see the number on the bus. The bus arrives. Excuse me, the 57 bus to Shoreditch. Bus driver thinks I've said something about a bitch, closes the door, drives off. And you think, you've got problems.
Put your shoe back on properly. Okay.
Right, so, yeah, speaking of bus drivers, I used to go out with a bus driver, and she had an app on her phone that did all those things, the announcements that they make on the bus, you know. Things like space is available on the upper deck. Please move right down inside. But then one day, she pressed the button and it said, "You're dumped." You haven't heard that one on the bus. I hadn't heard that one on the bus, but anyway, there it went. So, but that was my bus driver girlfriend. But I moved to London about 5 years ago, and I found that the buses talked, but a lot of people didn't. So you could hear buses and trains talking to you, but the people didn't. But after living here for a while, I realised that London people are really kind. And you can see that in the way they treat the animals. Because London people know that pigeons and other birds can't eat burgers and chips. So what they do is, they go in late at night, they buy them in the kebab shops, and they digest them. Those birds. And then they leave them on the pavement. So in the morning the birds have their breakfast. And they're so kind. It's really amazing. And so the other thing that I noticed about London was that terrible noise that foxes make at night when they're having sex. They're going, "Ow, ow, ow." Don't want to do too much because the poor cat. I did this once in a pub and the dog barked at me. But I've solved it, I've sorted it, I know how to get rid of that noise. You see, there's this stuff called KY jelly. And now this is the secret. Before you have sex with the fox, they love it. They love it. And, as I said, I have to refer to my running order. I'm sorry. Otherwise, this is going to be. Yeah, and the other thing about London is there are many people from different races, different ethnic backgrounds, and it's unusual for somebody like me, my age, to mix with people from different ethnic backgrounds. So I'm unusual for my age in that I have a friend who's from a different ethnic background to my own. In fact, I have more than one friend who's from a different ethnic background to my own. And on a good day, I can tell them apart.
Oh.
Well, I was in a shop the other day, and this this woman came in completely covered in this niqab, and I wanted to show her that I was friendly, you know. So I said, "Assalamu alaikum," and she just sort of looked away. So I said it again. I said, "Assalamu alaikum," and she was with a little child, and the child said to her, "What is the man with the funny hair talking funny?" And the woman said, "I don't know, he must be one of those fucking foreigners." That's supposed to be in an East London accent. That's not good, is it? Anyway.
In an East London accent, in a Cockney accent.
Cockney.
Ah.
But she was dressed in the hijab, in the...
As it was calling
Yeah.
person from here for basically.
Well, if you do it in the proper Cockney accent, why not?
I have to practice the Cockney
Yeah.
accent, that's the thing.
Then it will work.
Yeah, somebody told that joke, but anyway, and left out the... the other thing about my age is that I got to this age without using Botox. Now, Botox is a deadly poison, and it fucks with your face. You can't move your face. You can't express yourself. You go all like this. You're supposed to be able to do this with your face, and you can't. So, how did they discover though that Botox is works? Makes you look younger. Because it's a deadly poison. So I think probably what happened was that there was this very, very old uncle, and they came into him and they said, "Here, uncle, drink this. This will do you good." And he drank it up and died. And they said, "Way, he's left us the chemical factory in his will. The pharmaceutical business. We'll be millionaires." And they looked at him and they said, "My God, look how young he looks. We'll be billionaires." So, but Botox doesn't, like a lot of products, they don't use their real strength in their advertising. Now, the movement of the face must go somewhere. So if you're feeling energetic and you're feeling angry or something, it must go somewhere. And I think it probably goes down here. So they should advertise Botox by going dum da da dum da da dum da da dum. My face don't work, but you should see me twerk. Dum, dum. I'm the Botox guy. Da da dum da da dum. My skin is tight as a drum, but you should see my bum. I'm the Botox guy. Dum da da dum da da dum da da dum. Yeah, but yes. Sorry, I do that when I'm trying to think of something to say.
Fine.
It's held me back a lot in life, actually. Fucked up so many job interviews. Where do you think you'll be in 10 years? Anyway, yes, so that's, yeah. Yes, and also at my age, IT is very hard to get used to. I've been fired over predictive text. I've been fired because of predictive text. And what happened was, my boss came back from a course. She'd done a Microsoft course, and she said, "Jerry, I found out about predictive text, and there's no way that hello, here are the figures you asked for, kind regards, Jerry, could change by predictive text into, hey, fart face. You won't understand this shit, but here it is. Wipe your arse with it, or whatever or whatever, because you'll never understand these figures. Sod off." And she said, "There's no way that could happen with predictive text." So she fired me. Yeah. Gibble. All right.
You need to remember the text.
The text.
As long as you remember what it
You
says.
need to remember what it says. You can't stop.
And then you don't need to say, "And so she fired me again" at the end.
No, okay. All right. All right then. Angels are flying over Dublin. This is back to 1952, and angels are flying over Dublin. They're flying up the river, and they're going along the canal, and they're circling over a street called Percy Place near the canal in Dublin. They're invisible, obviously. I mean, they are invisible. So I've got my hair coloured because this is similar to an angel. Angels have long blonde hair and long white dresses, but they're men. But they're flying over Dublin, and one of them is carrying a baby. This is 1952. The baby is invisible too, obviously, and they line up around a nursing home in Percy Place. This one's for Mrs. Carroll. Whew! And the baby lands in my mother's arms and appears. There it is. And this is how I thought I was born. So, until I was about 10, seriously, this is how I thought I was born. So it went whoosh. I'm born. Wah, 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 wah. Not so hard. I'm only a baby. I think I'll cut this myself. I don't trust you because you hit me. Yeah. So I was, as I said, I was about 10, I think, before I stopped thinking that that's how babies arrive. That's because I was brought up by very religious parents, and I just believed everything they told me. And that's how they told me babies arrive, with angels. But I had some very peculiar ideas of my own. I remember waking up when I was about 4 years old and thinking, why am I still here? Why do I always wake up in the same place? I don't know why I thought that. Perhaps I knew that I dreamed at night, but I sort of thought, well, why is the mind, or whatever it is, thinking? Why does it always end up the same? Why not end up in Australia or something, you know? So I'd be, if that happened, you know, that the world could work like that. You wake up in a different head every morning. So I would have woken up in Australia and said, hello, Mum. Hi, Mum, where's the koalas? Give me are we having a Barbie? But no, it was always, I woke up in Dublin with my own mum. So, being very religious, I often wanted to run away, but in Ireland there was no place to run away. Like, you could run away to the circus. I will have my props ready. This is all part of the show, obviously.
Yep.
Getting the props out. So that's ready. Okay, so being in Ireland, I couldn't run away to the circus. My idea was to run away and become a nun. So I've waited a long time, but eventually I've run away and I've become a nun. I'm a nun. I'm a nun of the Order of Male Nuns of Saint Muahahaha. Muahahaha. Saint Muahahaha is called that because he was martyred by catching his willy in his zip. Muahahaha is both the name and the martyrdom. So male nuns are called after him. Anyway, nuns have a great time, as I'll show you. Well, I don't want to show you too much. That's why I have my prop here. Just a moment, and I think I'll have to loosen these shirts and things before I start, won't I? If I'm wearing the suit. Okay, now the prop that I have for this part of the show, the prop is this, because this is the second time that I've done this preview of this part of the show, and I did it last night in the pub in Shadwell, and people laughed and laughed when I started this part. They kept telling me to pull this down, but it was only afterwards that they told me that they could. Well, one of them actually mentioned it. One of the women comedians, she mentioned it in her act. She said, "Thank you, Jerry. I haven't seen a sack for a long time." Yes, and somebody else came up to me and said, "Balls of steel." At that stage, when he said that to me, I didn't realise what had happened. But now I know. So I'm just checking. So I think it's okay. Virginity. Virginity being blown down, man will quicklier be blown up. Marion blowing him down again, with the breach yourselves made, you lose your city. Now, that's a genuine piece of Shakespeare. But I tell you something, I'm not a genuine nun. I'm a community support nun. That means I have to wait. If Father Mulcahy, I have to wait for a genuine nun to come along. If Father Mulcahy wants... And you can finish that any way you like, depending on how much you hate the church. Father Mulcahy himself likes to be finished, but well, that's enough of that now. To speak in the favour of virginity is to accuse your mothers, which is most infallible disobedience. That's another bit of the Shakespeare, and it's totally genuine. But nuns don't just like hymns and things. Nuns have rap music as well. Got to let you know I'm the top nun here. You can call me the Mother Superior. I'm the best nun going. I'm the nun who can pop a cap in your ass if you tell me that I can. Sister Mary Aloysius cheated on a deal, so I chopped her up and I fed her and I ate her in a meal. Now, speaking of cannibals and eating people, when our ancestors stopped eating people, I bet you they didn't stop just overnight, like suddenly. They would have gone gradually, and they would have been going around saying things like, I'm cutting down on the number of people I eat. You know, I only eat them at the weekends now, and I only eat the organic ones because they're very well looked after. They have a beautiful life, you know. And like if you come around for breakfast tomorrow, we'll be eating Trevor. Trevor was a web designer, sat on his arse all day designing websites for people. Huge buttocks, lovely rashers, really delicious. But I'm cutting down on them because I'm going to give it up and start coming down from eating people. I wonder what the next thing I could eat. Maybe computers or something. So.
Are you not becoming vegan?
Oh, I
Oh, you
could
got
be,
some
but,
computer center with people.
but there must be an alternative to eating people. It's not neither meat nor plant. And nuns like going to the movies as well, like Top Nun. Top Nun, yes, Top Nun. I'll be your only nun. I'll be the one who stands by you. I'll be your only nun. I'll be the and the thing about being a nun is that we enjoy the simple things. You know, we don't have to have huge things to make us happy. We enjoy the simple things in life, and we make little songs about them as well. Like today. Today I had one of the most enjoyable experiences, you know, and I made a song. It's a 2-poo day, and I'm feeling very chuffed. 3 is just too many, and 1 is never enough. Hooray! It's a 2-poo day. Such a wonderful thing to happen. I mean, the only thing better than that was 2-poo day. The only thing better than that was yesterday, which was a great day for Irish people. I don't know if you know that, but next to St. Patrick's Day, yesterday was the best day because it was Thursday the 3rd. It's Thursday the 3rd. It's lovely. It's great. Right. So So and as a nun, I do interpretive dance. That's interpretive dance is where you do a dance and then you translate it into a different language. That's why it's called interpretive dance. So English, the swimming pool. French, la piscine. French. Oi, êtes-vous pissé dans la piscine? English. Oi, are you pissing in my swimming pool? French. C'est pire que cela. It's worse than that. C'est un jour de merde. It's a 2-poo day and I'm feeling very chuffed. 3 is just too many and 1 is never enough. But speaking of shouting at people, if you shout at somebody across the street, if a bloke shouts at somebody across the street, is that called making oi contact? Oi! Yeah.
Eye contact.
Oi contact. Right. The next part is the makeup. So, as a clown, even as a clown nun, I have to put on my own special makeup, and I have devised a way of doing this without using a mirror. So, and this is very useful for all the ladies in the audience as well. As a man of 1952, I'm very aware that I should explain things to ladies. Especially something like makeup needs to be explained to ladies. So we start with the eyeliner, and the eyeliner goes around the eye to bring out the shape of the eye, and it should always be applied in one go, because if you take it away, there's a chance that when you start again, you'll start in a different place. And it's also a very good idea to do one eye and then the other, because if you interrupt yourself, you might well forget to do one of the eyes. Next is the mascara, and this emphasizes the eyelashes. Once again, it's a good idea to do both eyes one after the other, in case you were to forget. One of the important pieces of makeup is the lipstick, and the lipstick should be applied to both lips at the same time, because and should emphasize the smile. All right, and then after the application of the lipstick, there's the white bit that goes and should remain purely white. So make sure it doesn't get mixed up with any of the other colours that are on your face. But there you go. That's an explanation of make-up for the sake of the ladies in the audience. And every clown has his own make-up, and this is mine. So, my show is called 65, a duck and 65, a frog and a nun. Now, unfortunately, the frog has, well, I forgot the frog, okay, but I have brought a duck. So the part of the frog will be played by a duck. So remember this is a frog. So man woke up one morning with a pimple on his head, and he didn't pay any attention to it. Next morning he woke up, it was a bit bigger, so he put some cream on it. But the next morning he woke up, it was very big, and he decided, I'll better get the doctor to have a look at this. So he phoned the doctor, made an appointment for the following Monday, and the lump still, pimple still kept growing and growing. Anyway, Monday morning comes around, he goes into the doctor, and remember this is a frog. Oh fuck. He goes into the doctor says, what seems to be the matter? And the frog says, I woke up last week with a pimple on my arse. Done. Remember this is a frog. So, but while he's here, this is my bath duck, and he is actually as old as I am. So he's also 65, and he's never flown. So I wonder if you could wave your hands like that, so that when he passes by, he'll think you're waving up at him, that he's flying by. You see. So here he comes. You know, so he loves this. He really thinks he's way up in the sky now. He's looking down. And thank you very much. So you've made his day. That's my bath duck. He's never flown, though he has swum. And so that's the bath duck, the frog duck. And okay. So and this is the poignant bit. Hello, young lovers, wherever you are, I hope your troubles are few. All my good wishes go with you tonight, I've been in love like you. Be brave, young lovers, and follow your star, be brave and faithful and true. Hold very close to each other tonight, I've been in love like you. Don't cry, young lovers, whatever you do. Don't cry because I'm alone. All of my memories are happy tonight. I've had a love of my own. Yes, so there you go. That's the end. That's the end. That's the end of the show. And so thank you for listening. I hope that was half an hour. And wait a minute. Listen, mate. Please, you've got to do this. Phone the Australian Embassy. I've been trapped in here for 60 years. I'm a surfer from Bondi Beach. This guy's got such an awful life. Phone the Australian Embassy and get them to get me out of here. Sorry about that. That happens sometimes. Anyway, thank you very much. I'd like to do that in a